Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It is Twisted Tuesday. I am Blake Martin. And hey, hope you're doing well this morning. We're going to spend a little time stretching around the hip and looking at a few different things, just trying to improve mobility there where possible. A thing to remember when we're stretching is that if you push really hard into a stretch, sometimes you're inadvertently engaging the stretch reflex, which means that the muscle will contract. As a response to that kind of reaching into the stretch really far. So then that contraction really fights the purpose of the stretch. So good to know, and in general, especially early in the morning, good to not go as fully or as deeply into a stretch as you might otherwise. So we're kind of going for that kind of 6 or 7 on 10-point scale of stretch intensity, and that's a good level. It should always feel fantastic. It feel really like you're just in the zone, like everything is happening. So we'll spend a little bit of time warming up, and then we're going to mobilize a little bit, and then we'll stretch. So I'll guide you through that as we go. Let's get into the space and let's get on it. So just going to start, because we're stretching the hips, we're going to stretch with just some gentle marching. Swing your arms a little bit just to get your body moving. Pick up your knees a little bit higher. Swing your arms a little bit more. Let's get the blood flowing. We're trying to get there's some glop in your hip sockets called synovial fluid. We're trying to get that moving around. Higher still. Yeah. And slow it down, and let's just do some leg swings. Right leg or left leg, you pick the leg that you want to swing. Swinging back and forth, really nice and loose. It's not for height, it's just to get it going. And other leg, switching it up. Yeah, that's nice, loose, groovy. Let's do some spider stomps. Out and in. Really nice and high, going all the way around the hip joint. Same thing, other leg. So we're increasing blood flow, and I think I went too far there. You can never go too far. Okay, and then cross your body, leg swings. Kind of a balance test. It's Wobbly Wednesday already. What's going on? She's so confused. All right. And opposite leg. And because the fascia of the upper body is connected to the fascia of the lower body, that's this connective tissue that runs under our skin, just going to do a little bit of stretching from side to side, just kind of arcing over the top, just reaching side to side. Holding onto your hands so you just apply a little bit more tension. Bring your legs a little more close together. All right, and come down. We're going to do some waggling. So just wag your tail side to side. All right. Great. Okay, let's set up in our first stretch. It's not really a stretch just yet. One leg quite far back in a lunge, and just rock forward. Now what I want you to do as you're rocking forward is keep your knee pretty much over your ankle, never further. And we're just kind of pressing into this hip. We're opening it up. Opening it up. Now, let's just lean into that stretch. Bring it into a nice level 5, level 6 stretch and explore it a little bit. Just press around in there. Still not trying to go into a 7 or 8 level stretch. Just kind of opening. Reach up. Keeping these stretches on just a little bit for about 30 seconds-ish. And coming out. Same thing, match knees, opposite leg, rock forward. Just rocking, just exploring. Just a little touch into the stretch and then coming out of it. Just getting the connective tissue used to the fact that we might go there. Getting your sensors, they're called spindle fibers, inside your muscles, getting them ready for that idea too. Okay, now allowing yourself to go into that stretch. And just being there, nice. It's good. We're not kind of being crazy here. We're being really thoughtful about this. And we're enjoying it, and we're going to reach up. And just inhale, breathe deeply and fully. Feel your lungs filling up, your belly filling up. And matching knees again. I'm going to face you and opposite leg forward just so you can see what I'm going to do. We're going to press into the standing hip, okay? So press and do that with me. You just press. So you're pushing your hip over laterally. Press and lean away. Press, just exploring it, and then allow yourself to go into that stretch, 30 seconds. Just really, and you might want to pull your arm just a little further back in the, behind your head, and you may feel an increase in the tension along your side here. Just breathing fully and deeply. Again. So really leaning into that hip, getting the abductors. Let's come out. Match our knees together. Opposite leg forward. And let's rock into that hip. Press. We're just pressing into it. We're exploring the range. So the hip is pressing across. Your hip comes across. And you can kind of experiment already with the position of your arm a little bit. See, is it better a little further back, a little further forward? But really get that hip going from side to side so that we're warming up the abductors. And let's get into that stretch now. Easing into it. Level 5, level 6. On a 10-point scale. It's gentle. We're opening things up. We're not forcing it. A lot of times people kind of just ram themselves into a stretch. Again, that will activate a stretch reflex. That doesn't even get to your brain. It just goes to your spinal cord and comes back and contracts that muscle. All right. Coming out. Let's come down. Sit with your knees in front of you. Cross your foot over at the ankle. And then you're just going to rock your foot down to the floor and to the other side. So you're windshield wipering with one leg and the other leg is just on top. And if you're not getting much of a stretch, creep your heel in closer to your butt on the standing leg. Keep your back straight. Just windshield wiper that back and forth. We're just increasing mobility, and now let's sit up into that stretch. Nice and tall. holding on to the knee. Your objective is your butt should be on the ground on both sides. Mine hovers above the ground. I'm trying to get it down for years now. It's very reluctant. It's got issues. All right. Just breathing fully and deeply here. Right? And then we're going to do a second stretch here. And just kind of leave that knee across at the hip and walk your hands in close to your butt. Your back should be straight, your neck, your chin slightly tucked. So we're sitting up. It's almost like a thread the needle, but it's a seated version of the thread the needle. Getting lateral, the outward rotators. When your knee is above, when your femur is above 45 degrees of flexion, then it engages those guys. Okay, same thing, other side. So we're going to sit here, and then we're going to windshield wiper the leg. So first thing, we're working on mobility. And if you're not getting any activity there, if you're not feeling anything, then walk your hands up closer to your bum and walk your heel in closer to your butt as well. And that will increase the level of activity there. Just windshield wipering across again, and then coming up to sit. Just hold on to your knee, draw it in. Nice tall spine. Bring your chin down slightly. Feel like your spine is growing taller. The crown of your head should be pulling away from your pelvis. Breathing in fully and deeply. If you can't breathe fully and deeply, you may be too deep into the stretch. So just back that off a bit. Let's switch it up. Sitting back. And with your knee still across, with your foot still across your knee, just sitting here and enjoying this. This is pretty intense for me. I'm going to walk my foot out just a little bit to allow myself to be in this stretch. Again, my spine is nice and tall, nice and long. Just enjoying that moment. And coming out. So now with your feet together at the bottom, draw your feet in towards your hips and just little butterfly flaps like your knees are trying to fly away. So we're just kind of, again, we're activating those adductor muscles. We're getting them engaged. We're telling them that something's going on. We're not telling them what though, so that's okay. And now just come forward with a flat back, trying to touch your chest, past your toes, and if you can press outward with your elbows on your knees. Just breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And one leg extended, the other leg in close. Let's face over the leg, and we're going to reach our palms down one leg, and we're trying to get our chest to our knee, and we're just gonna lean forward without pulling. We're not pulling. We're gonna come up, lean forward. Again, we're engaging the hip flexor a little bit. We're getting it to pull a little bit. And now we can hold on to that leg. We've told the hamstrings what we're about. And now we're just going to lean down into the stretch. Back of your spine is long. Your head is reaching away, nice and tall. if possible, your torso is getting longer. And we're just leaning forward. Your hamstrings are, not only are they responsible for flexing your knee, but they extend your hip. So good to give them just a little bit of some attention here. And coming up, let's go to the other side. We'll lean forward, lean, lean. It's not a bounce. It's a lean with intention, slow focus. Chest is moving towards our knee. You might not get very far. That's okay. The objective is just to increase what you can do today. Just be a little bit better than where you were when you woke up. Okay. And reaching your chest forward. Again, your spine is really, really long. Your torso should be getting longer, like it's reaching across the room. Your chest moving towards your shin. Level 5 or level 6. We're not going for super discomfort here. We're going for, I just want to feel, I want to feel that delicious stretch. Got this. Just leaning forward, coming up. All right. Coming into a kneeling posture. Let's just give little butt massage with loving and gentle fists. And a little Tarzan action on the low back. There we go. Let's stand. So let's wiggle into our hips a little bit. Let's find out where they are. Oh, there you are, hips. Feet a little bit apart, side to side. Okay. And you can probably feel, oh, there's a place that I need to work on next time. Here's a place where I didn't quite get it. Allow your shoulders to come down. Stand tall. Bring your chin, just lower it slightly. The back of your head, the crown rises away from your shoulders. Just draw your chin back so your ears are centered over your shoulders. Shoulders are over your hips. Hips are over your knees, and knees are over your ankles. Just lean forward just slightly. Have that sense that you could move forward easily, that you're ready to go, ready to face your day. Just come up on your toes just ever so slightly. Yeah. You're rising. You're going upward. Things are moving forward. You're ready. You've moved early. I hope you remember to move often during the day. And I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here tomorrow for Wobbly Wednesday. Take care.